Hello, everyone.
Welcome back to the show. We need a band.
A house band.
How's everybody doing on
this beautiful Tuesday?
It's like 1,000 degrees here.
It is.
Not in the studio though, because the air is fixed.
The air is fixed.
Praise
in
the sweet baby Jesus. It is fixed. So we're freezing, but outside it's
heat wave.
Yeah, it's crazy. It looks like it's gonna rain, but it's hot. So I don't know what's going on, but
I don't know how y'all do it. Like we're from the South.
Yeah.
And this is still it's heat index today where we're at of over 100.
Yikes.
So drop us where you are visiting us from.
Yeah.
I hope you all are super, super excited about this busy book. This is something that I think a lot of people are going to enjoy.
Yeah, and it goes for a very wide range, like age range of kids, so you can kind of adjust the projects accordingly, I think. And I put in different projects. So I have a teeny baby, so she's probably not going to use these. Maybe next summer.
Yeah.
But there's definitely projects for slightly older kids and things like that. So I hope you guys are able to pull some and make your own version of this. But it's so fun, and it was so fun for me to make it because I'm really into sensory toys and stuff like that. So I really hope you guys are into it as much as I was. I went a little hard. Courtney was like, "Well, how many did you do?" I think I had to take out some because some are non-Cricut, and I thought I had to mention them because they're cool.
Yeah.
And then a lot of the other ones are actually using our Cricut, so it's gonna be pretty cool.
But what's so cool about these is you can really, depending on where you're taking your road trip to, and it's not just road trip, if you're on a plane or wherever, you can do it based on the area that you're visiting.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
We were going to be doing, which now our plans have changed, but one of the things that I had planned on doing with Asher was going to Boston. Well, I had bought him a bunch of historical fact books about Boston and everything else. That's
cool.
Now changed, and we're going to Texas instead.
Texas is cool too, though.
Anyway. And that was I was going to make him one. So I'll probably make him one, but for a different area.
Yeah.
And that's where, because he's older,
yeah.
I can put in reading, and you can put in, writing skills, and
yes, I love that.
All kinds of different fun games.
Yeah, yeah. So it's very cool how you can customize with different things. And I'm going to show you guys all the different ideas that we have, even if we're not going to actually do them all. I'm going to show you guys all the ones to do with your Cricut, and then there's a few that are just little side projects that I think y'all really love. So
yes.
What's everybody saying? Where are we from today?
They're dropping them from where they're from. Ohio, West Virginia, Oklahoma.
Somebody from Texas. Yes.
Ohio again.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm going to go ahead and jump over because I feel like we've got a lot of things.
I do feel like we have a whole lot, and I think it'd be a good idea.
Okay, let's go. Let's go over here and see what we've got. So, hi. If you guys did not see the thumbnail for some reason, this is what we're going to be making today. So, we have the entire busy book. So this, my baby, is Ruby. She can't play with these. She's too little. But we use her name. If you see Ruby, I literally use it for everything.
Ruby Doo.
Yeah, little Ruby Doo. And then we have this little play tray. So this is actually, y'all, this fits on the, on their car seat. So if they're sitting in their car seat, this sits perfectly on the edges of the car seat, which is awesome because it's magnetic. You can do some magnetic puzzle crafts, which we're actually going to be filming or we're doing a live for that.
Here, doing a live. I'm going to be making a magnetic puzzle, puzzle.
So that would be awesome for these, don't you think? I think that would be so cute. But the trays are they help so that nothing is rolling around in the car, which honestly it's probably going to roll around a little bit, but that's fine. I would like to show you guys everything that we have here. So I've got, this is the Caesar this is the Caesar transfer tape. I always say Caesar Easy Weed. I don't think that's what it's called. And then obviously you're going to need a binder. You're going to need a tray. I've gotten almost everything here from the Dollar Tree. I'm trying to think. The cardstock's not from the Dollar Tree. And I think that's it. I mean, other than things like a squeegee and this, most of this stuff is from the Dollar Tree. I've got some markers here. These are just the Crayola markers, and look how cute this little cone is. Are you kidding me? I'm obsessed with it.
Now, obviously my mic was lost.
Oh, Lauren's mic.
It is back.
It's back! Yay! I've been filming all day, so you probably have my mic on.
Well, I've got 2 extra batteries just in case.
Okay, cool. If my mic dies, y'all let us know. Let's go overhead and let me show you guys all of the other things that I've got here. So this is overwhelming, I feel like, but we have listed everything in the description for you all. I've got some pom-poms. I've got popsicle sticks. So these are like basic things you may even have laying around your house already. I've got these gallon-sized Ziploc bags. These are super handy because they are the zippy ones, and I feel like the kids can get into them a lot easier. I've got some cardstock right here that coordinates with our little puffer balls. They need to be matching because we're going to do a matching activity with those. And then this is a printout for a puzzle we're going to be making with the popsicle sticks. I've got a pink binder, obviously. Weeding tool, brayer, measuring. This is just painter's tape. I don't know why I could not find the words for that.
Words are hard some days.
Words are hard some days.
Words are very hard some days. Also, Sam has a really good idea. She said add a tiny piece of the magnetic tape onto each marker if you do like a coloring sheet on the tray. That way they can just stick the markers to the tray. That's
a very good idea. Yeah, and there, honestly, you guys, if you have some cool ideas, let us know. There are so many. That's why I did so many. And I'll show you guys the ones that didn't make the cut onto the live. I'll show them to you at the end. Y'all just remind me, don't let me get off here without it. And then I'm using lots of holographic vinyl. I feel like this is very sensory. This is very sensory, like for kids. Like, y'all, I still am obsessed with holographic. Like, I literally love it. It makes me so happy.
Holographic, shiny.
I want it all.
Obsessed.
Like everything. This is opalescent blue. Are you kidding me?
That makes me so happy.
Me too. It reminds me of the ocean also. And then I've got a 3-hole punch, some scissors, and just a standard grip mat, and obviously our Cricut. So what I think we should do first, let's start by decorating our binder. So I'm gonna hop over to Design Space and I'm gonna show you guys how I laid everything out in order to actually do our little binder. So let's see. I'm gonna go ahead, let's just delete this because I can show you guys. So I'm just going to make a text, and I'm using the chiffon font for all of this, and I'm using a couple of our cut files, but today we're going to be doing Annie's Busy Book. I'm going to blow this up so we can see what we're doing. And then we'll put Busy Book, and I'm just going to pull this to the length of the word Annie's. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to show you guys where I got the file to use for the flowers. You can type in, it's actually called family. It's under like the family category, but I'm going to cut out the flowers out of this file because I thought the flowers were really cute and kind of groovy. And y'all know
I'm
about
pretty sure we've downloaded this, like me and you specifically, like 2 or 3 times and tried to use it on like a few different projects. It's just these flowers.
Those flowers, I know.
Out of that family file.
I love them. I think they're really cute. So I downloaded it. I already had uploaded it earlier, so I'm just going to go ahead and pull this in. And all you're going to do once it gets in here is ungroup. And we don't need this family forever. We also don't really need 2 sets of flowers. So you can contour this out. I'm just going to hide all contours. And then we need the middle of that flower. And you can duplicate this as many times as you want. So like if you wanted to have 6 flowers, you can duplicate it. I'm just gonna do 2 flowers, just like this. And then that's kind of our design. So Sin loves the flowers too. I think they're very cute. So what we're gonna do next is I'm gonna add an offset to the flowers. So I just selected both of them. And I'm gonna do let's do a little bit smaller than that. Let's just do like a 0.1 offset. Oops, I didn't apply it. Let's go back. It doesn't need to be like a huge offset or anything, just so we can add a little something behind it all.
A little flair.
A little flair. Okay, and then I'm gonna do the same thing here. Go ahead and apply that. And that's our design. So the way that I've laid it out in Design Space here is Annie's Busy Book. That's going to be a color. all of the offsets are going to be a color, including the words for the offset for the words, as well as the offset for the flowers. That's going to be the same color. And then the flowers will be their own color. So we can go ahead and send that through the Cricut. And then when it cuts out, I've already cut out and weeded this so you guys can see, but I have not actually attached the layers. If we can just go overhead, I'll show you guys. So I did my offset in this holographic blue. And I've already put transfer tape over top of this, so it's very pretty. I'm obsessed. I'm gonna make some room so we have room to like
And
breathe.
while she's making room, if there's anything that we are going too fast on, or you all need help or want to ask questions, like definitely ask those questions. I'm over here in the comments, checking all of the comments, so make sure you ask us those questions if we are going a little too fast. That way we can answer them.
Yes, because I have like a lot of little tidbits to go through with you guys. So I also want to mention before you make it that you are not making it gigantic. So like make sure, like on this one, on Ruby's Busy Book, I took a tape measure and made sure it was no bigger. Like this is 10 inches. And then the Ruby was only like 7 3/4 of an inch wide. So make sure you're making sure that your text is not bigger than your binder. And what we'll do next is get our binder. And I'm gonna go ahead, you can do this a couple different ways. I could layer that, I could have not put transfer tape on this and then layered this all and then put the whole sticker on the book. But I already have transfer tape over it. So we're gonna go ahead and stick the offset onto our binder. So we filled this baby up. We filled it
to the brim,
which I mean I like it.
I do too.
Oh, I didn't realize this was like solid blue on the back. That's kind of cool.
Cool.
And so you could put it at the bottom, the top, in the middle, whatever your heart desires. And we're just gonna go for it. If you guys watch me put vinyl on, just close your eyes, okay? I am a wingman.
This would be a really good time to use like the taco method or anything
the parchment
like that.
paper
Parchment
method.
paper.
Yes, all of the above. And then we're just gonna peel our transfer off. Ooh, I love that color.
I'm sitting over here in the corner, like trying to like peek at it and look.
I'm gonna scooch over. Can you see it now?
Yeah,
okay.
I can see it now.
Okay, and then we're gonna go ahead and attach our holographic, and I need to burnish it a little bit more. Are you guys like keeping up? Am I going too fast? Let me know if I am.
Now this is where the parchment paper hack would probably come into like be helpful.
Yes, I agree. So what you would do if you were going to use the parchment paper is you would peel this off. And I have not utilized this hack maybe like once. This does not want to stick for some reason. But you would peel your second layer off and you would stick the parchment paper to this layer. Mm-hmm. And then you would lay it on top and kind of get it lined. You would leave a little bit
on the outside.
Yeah, like you would leave a lip over here, and you would peel it back. So like if this were the parchment paper, you would slowly like peel it out so it was perfectly aligned with this. And it really does seem to help. I mean, I see people using it all the time. This holographic vinyl is finicky. I will say that. I do love it, but it can be very hard to get off of the like backer, if that makes sense. Have you used it a lot?
Not a whole lot, but I have used it a few times, and it
can be
very finicky.
But, and I also want to say, whenever you go to cut it, there is a holographic vinyl setting that you can use. And I apply more pressure. That way, whenever it goes to cut, it goes all the way through, and it may even go through your backer. But sometimes if I don't put more pressure, it doesn't even cut through my vinyl. So like, I feel like I would rather it cut through my backer a little bit than, does that make sense?
Right.
Like, I would rather it do that than not.
So, for those that didn't hear, if you weren't paying attention, if you're using the holographic vinyl, there is that holographic setting. We like to use that plus doing the more pressure.
Yes.
Just to make sure it gets that good crisp cut.
I don't know why this is like not wanting to come off. Some of it's coming off. We're getting there. We're getting places. What's everybody saying? What's Carol talking about fonts? I see her up there chit-chatting.
She said I was helping a member find a font. Down the rabbit hole I went. I had to make a new to-do list because they are so cute. And now she has a list of 10 fonts that she wants to use in the next month.
Oh, that's a good goal.
Yeah.
Like a font usage goal.
We love a good font here.
We do. We're font people. Me particularly, I love fonts. Y'all, this is not normal. I'm just going to say that. I've been filming all morning and I think I'm just having bad luck with the Cricut today. But we're almost there. We've almost got it. Okay.
So close.
We're so close.
So in case you guys didn't catch it, we are doing a summer sale for those that are new to our channel. You not sure what we do, what we are here for. We are, obviously we are a crafting channel, and we have a membership site where you sign up as a member. We are doing 1,000 new cut files a month right now.
Which is insane, you guys.
Insane in the membrane. Plus, we bring you education and teach you how to use your Cricut.
Yes, and it's so fun. We have a good time. Okay, I've got it. I got it off, finally. And then, so we're just gonna line this up right on our offset. And there are ways to do this too. Listen, don't come for me. Okay, you guys, I'm an eyeballer. It's who I am as a person.
And that's okay.
It is okay.
Some people are more precise. Some people are eyeballers.
I think there are two very distinct different types of artists and crafters.
But see, that's the thing. Oh, Lila says the best crafting channel.
Yeah,
thank you. But there are some ways, like I look at you, Alicia, and I'm like, oh, she's very type A. But then when it comes to your art and everything else, I'm like, no, she's not type A.
There she is.
There's Alicia.
I know. I'm a little bit high strung about some stuff, and then other stuff I'm like y'all, I've been planning a first birthday party since my kid was born, or like since before my daughter was born.
Yeah.
And everyone gives me a hard time, and I'm like, I can't control myself. I literally cannot control myself, you guys. It's just who I am. Oh, what did I do here? Why is it? Oh wait, maybe I'm right. No, this is right. Okay. I'm lining up my flowers. I don't know. I feel like in crafting, you don't have to take it so seriously. Like in life, I take everything a little bit more seriously. Crafting, I don't have to. Like, what's it gonna hurt if I mess up? Like, what's it gonna hurt if you don't line something up correctly? It's not. It's not gonna hurt anybody. But anyways, let's look at this in front, y'all.
I love it.
I love it. This makes me so happy.
So Kathy says, I wish I could install multiple fonts at once instead of having to do it one at a time. You kind of can. Like, if you'll just go through there and you look at all of the fonts that you like and you click that cloud download button. With Android and Windows, it may be different. But if you download them all to your font book and then install them into your font book, like on your system, computer systems, and then you go into Cricut and you force a reload in Cricut Design Space, it uploads all those new fonts at once.
Yeah, you don't have to like do it individually. So now that we've got our book, if you wanted to, you could do the same design on your tray, but we put Ruby's play tray. So you could just do the same similar pattern on here if you wanted to. We kind of coordinated the colors, like these colors match that book. But you could do the same thing with this. So that's an option too. But what we're gonna do next, let's start with a simple one. Let's start with our pom-pom. So what you're gonna need for this one is colored cardstock and your pom-poms. So these right here, okay? I've got coordinating colors for each color of my poms.
And can I just say, Alicia spent so much time like actually researching like true sensory stuff for kids and what is best, and I love it.
I know, it's just
the teacher
fun.
in me, it makes my teacher heart happy.
Oh, I'm sure. So you can see there's a color for each puffer. I'm gonna show you guys what we're actually making. So when you open up this book, we've got our little first sensory activity right here. And I have hole punched the Ziploc bags at the bottom. Sin actually, if you see Sin chit-chatting, she was at our content meeting and she helped us actually come up with this idea, and she mentioned to sew it. And I'll show you guys, I sewed one together. I'll show you guys the sewn one. But for this project, we just punched the holes, and then we got an old, not an old, I bought this from the Dollar Tree. This is like a little medicine, I don't know what you call it, like a pill box. Yeah, a pill box. And inside of the top of each one, we put the colored cardstock. So the kids on their little tray, and you could put magnets on the back of this so it didn't slide around everywhere. But on their little tray, you can throw all the little pom-poms, and they can match the colors to the pom-poms. Does that make sense?
And it's the sensory part of like touching the pom-poms,
yeah, they're
putting
soft.
it in there,
yes.
then opening and closing the lids is another part of the sensory activity that we love.
Oh yeah, and then they can close it in there. Love that. Another thing with the pom-poms while we're talking about it is you can use little straws. So I got these at the Dollar Tree as well, and they're so cute. They can blow these around just like this. I mean, kids love stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, I just love children so much because they're so amused by like the most simplest things.
I know.
So you can throw some little paper straws in there. I'm not going to stick that back in because germs, you know.
Germs, you know.
So anyways, what I did to do this was just measure out the size of each of these little things, and you can just take your little measuring tool, and this one is 1 inch wide by 1.5 inches tall. And so we can hop into Design Space, and I'm just gonna make some little rectangles 1 inch by 1.5 inches.
And I mean, this is one too, like if you didn't want, you are like using your Cricut gets that exact measurement on on every one of those. But it's also one of those things, like if you just wanted to measure on the cardstock, to make a quick one.
Oh yeah.
You could just cut them yourself.
Oh yeah, you totally, if you didn't want to take the time to do this, but I just want to show you guys, you know, if you want to, you can totally do this.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And then you're just going to duplicate it. So we've got obviously 7 days of the week, so you could duplicate it 7 times. And then you can just cut all these out. Now, if you wanted to cut them all out at the same time, let me show you guys what I would do. So we've got 7. I'm just going to go ahead and delete this. We don't need it. I've got 7 little squares. And then we can come over to make it. If you wanted to do this, I feel like it's a lot of work for a little square. But if you want a perfect square, what you can do is line these up right at like a measurement. So like I'm going to put that one right at the 4. I'm going to put this one right at the 8. And then I'm going to repeat this right here. And what I can do is if we go overhead, you can put your cardstock on your mat. Because if you made like 3 of these, I mean, it might be, like if you have 3 kids, it might be quicker for you to just cut the squares out. Does that make sense? Where did I throw my scissors? Oh, here they are. I found them. Okay. So what you could do is just, if you've got scrap laying around, you can kind of slap this on here. So we've got one up in the corner. We put one right at the 4 mark. And I can't cut straight because of who I am as a person. So I don't try to do that. I'm just gonna line that up right at the 4. And you're gonna lay them right at the marks where you put it for it to cut. Just like these. And then it looks like our other ones, let's go to Design Space. It looks like our other ones are right between the 3 and the 4. I'm gonna actually scooch them over to right at the 5 mark. So we have an exact measurement. This one will be right at the 5 and the 4. I hope this isn't confusing you guys. I want it to be very simple.
So one thing, somebody asked where you could figure out what activity is best for each age group. We did research. If you are doing your research, you can just like Google sensory activities for whatever age child you have, grandchild, whatever.
Pinterest.
The really good ones, this is just the teacher coming out in me, come from an educational site, which is a .edu, an organization, things like that. There are some other good ones that you're gonna find like at a commercial site, but like the ones that are backed by research, you're gonna find at a .org or a .edu.
That's a good point. That's a really good point to make. Yeah, I never have thought about that, but I wish that if I knew that, I would have straight up done it that way. Okay, and then I'm just gonna like braid these down and make sure they stick. And then we can send this through the Cricut. And while that cuts, I'll show you guys some more stuff.
Oh, somebody's asking about that brand mat. That is from Amazon, correct?
Yes, it's a Do Hollow.
We don't know.
I don't know how you say it.
We got it to test out the different types of mats, right?
Yes.
To see if we could find like the cheapest one that we liked the best.
Yes.
And this was one that we really ended up liking.
Listen, I'm married to this black center grip mat. I have used it nonstop for like a week and a half. I just love it. I don't know. It just works really good. It's just a standard grip. I wish they kept the colors the same just so people don't get like confused. Like, what's a black mat, you know?
Yeah.
Sorry, you guys. I forgot to put my 7th color block on there. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that. And maybe let's continue. And we're using a maker today. And I'm just going to do heavy cardstock on default pressure.
And with all of the activities that we did, correct me if I'm wrong, we just used a fine point blade. So this could be done on a Maker, Explorer.
We use a marker for one.
Marker.
Yeah, we do use a marker. But if you can put a marker, like if you have the pin function with your Cricut, then you should be
Maker
fine.
or Explorer.
Yeah. Oops. I don't want to throw those away in case you want to use it. Okay, so I'm going to let those cut. Now you can attach these with tape. You can use an ATG gun. I did not grab my ATG gun, but that's totally.
There might be one in the drawer.
These really, oh, you know what? I bet there is. I feel like I just saw it.
Bottom, next one.
And you can honestly even super glue. Did you guys use it in here?
I thought we did.
You can super glue, you can hot glue, whatever's gonna work. I like it to be clear is the only thing. I'm just gonna use the stab glue. It's not a big deal.
You still just have 6 colors. Somebody just used 2 pinks.
Well, because we only have that many colors in our pom-poms. So I'll put 2, like on this one, I used 2 purples.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that.
I didn't have 7 pom-pom colors, only have 6 pom-pom colors. Okay, they're cut. So, also, I use the ATG tape, and some of my squares try to come out, so maybe super gluing is the way to go. But with the ATG, you're going to be able to, like, slide these out. Okay. So, they're all cut. Look, perfect little squares. I would have never been able to do that with my own hands. So, that's good. Why does this remind me of Monsters, Inc.?
It does.
The doors on Monsters, Inc.?
Yeah.
Monsters, Inc.'s like one of my favorites of all time. Okay. I'm gonna take these off very delicately, and then I'm just gonna put like a single dot of this DAP glue. It's basically just super glue, and they are going to go right inside of our little peel box.
Did you link that mat, or do we link the Nikapa mats in the description?
I probably linked the Nikapa mats because these just popped up in our office like a week or so ago.
Okay.
But I can get a link for these.
Yeah, somebody was asking for a link for that.
Yeah, absolutely. I would love to do that. Let me pull. I just want to see how well this DAP glue sticks. We won't pull all these out. I just kind of want to show you guys. So like I had the ATG gun I used for that, and it works pretty good. But I'm just going to put a dot of this on here.
So we did not use alcohol to clean the binder before we put the design on there. Alicia just put the design on there straight on the binder.
I just live my life on the edge, you guys.
You know.
That's just who I am.
Yep.
Okay.
You could use alcohol to clean it. Like if it's got stuff on it, I would definitely use alcohol to clean it, but we just didn't.
We just didn't this time. Okay.
But that is something that we do clean a lot of our stuff with.
Oh yeah, we have little alcohol things laying around everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the thing. My DAP glue doesn't want to come out, but you could use super glue. You could also just put like a little dot of hot glue on there, whatever's gonna let it stick, and then you're good to go. That's all for that one. So pretty cool. I mean, that's really easy.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a super simple little project you can throw together. And honestly, you probably already got some of this stuff laying around. So like if you're like the day of and you think, oh my gosh, I need to put together something so the kids are distracted on this 10-hour road trip.
Uh-huh.
We also talked about how each bag should be like a 30-minute game. Like if you're going for 10 hours, I would say I don't want to say you need 20. That's
Maybe
a lot.
put 'em
in a rotation. Okay, so if you were on a like 5-hour road trip, come up with 10 sensory games, if that makes sense.
And I mean that some kids may like certain activities better than they like the others.
Yeah, that's very true.
Like that one's gonna be a lot more for, I don't want to say 12 to like 18 months maybe.
Probably, yeah. Or maybe even like
maybe even a little older.
a little, yeah. I don't know. You probably know better.
I
than
mean,
me.
Annie Scott, I could see her putting those pom-poms straight into her mouth.
Oh, my child, anything she touches, straight to the mouth.
Straight to the mouth. So,
okay, am I missing any conversation? You're pretty on top of it, Lauren.
yeah, no,
so
we're good.
Okay, so first one down. I want to show you guys this next one. I was really excited about this. I didn't know if it was going to work, and honestly said a prayer before this live that it would work today, because it worked the first time I did it last time. It worked the first time I did it, and I thought, oh man, I don't know if it's going to work again. So what I've got is popsicle sticks, and I thought it would be really cool to do a puzzle, but this is a popsicle stick puzzle, so it's a little bit easier. And what we did, before we do anything, I'm just going to kind of lay these out and show you guys what I mean. We're going to basically be making a little like this. So I'm going to kind of square these up. I'm going to tape these onto our Cricut mat, and we're going to use a Crayola marker. Can they see those, Sadie? We're going to use a Crayola marker, and we're going to draw this design onto that. So that way the kids can actually make their own little puzzle. I feel like that's so fun.
I love that
very
idea.
Fun. So let's go into design space on the computer. And you're gonna actually need the SVG of this image. So I just searched for camper on the Makers Gonna Learn website. Here is our image. I think that's the SVG. And when you pull it in, it's gonna be under a basic cut function. I need this just to be a pin function. And then what you'll do is take your little measuring tape, and we're gonna measure out how big you want it. So the one that I just laid out, let's see, there's 3, 6, there's 10 popsicle sticks, and it's about a little over 3.5 wide by 4.5 tall. So I need this to at least, I need it to be within those measurements. So let's do, my shape's unlocked. It's gonna look weird if I do it without it being locked.
I hate when that happens. I've opened so many images and it's unlocked when I open it, and I just don't think, and I go in to click it, and then it gets all wonky.
Gets all wonky, yeah. So let's see. Let's try to do it at 4. So that puts it at 4 by 3, which is within our parameters. And then what we're gonna do is we'll go to make it on mat. Oh, why did it do our little thing separately? Let's make sure everything is attached. I'm just gonna click and drag, make sure everything's attached. It's still on the pin function. Let's go to make it. And then before we actually click continue, we're gonna tape these down with painter's tape. So I've just got my standard grip mat, and I'm gonna pull these.
While you're doing that, Diana says, I picked up a little journal from Dollar Tree that on the front says, great ideas start here. And when watching you ladies, I write down the projects and what day you watch the tutorial. I love that.
Aww.
That is so sweet.
That's awesome. I love that too.
And this is also something, if you are making one for your kids, grandkids, whoever, I could also see this as being something that maybe you don't have maybe you're not selling your crafts right now, but if you're making this for one child and you're like, hey, I'm making this busy book for my grandchild, would anyone else be interested in buying one?
Yeah.
This would be so easy for you just to go ahead and put 2 or 3 together and maybe make a little money.
Yeah, because you can do multiples of the things.
Because a lot of parents, I mean, I say me and Alicia have time because this is our literal job. Like this is what we do for a living.
Yeah.
But once I leave my job, I, a lot of times, don't want to go home. Like, my time at home, I want it to be spent with my child.
Right.
So when I go home, I don't want to take time away from him.
To do something like this.
I would easily say, yeah, here's $20, here's $25 to keep my kid occupied in the car ride.
Like, if that's all it's going to take my money.
Please, take my money. Here's my credit card.
That's so funny. Barbara said, it's fun to also take a family picture and attach it to the sticks and then use it. Yeah, you could totally do that. I wonder if you could, like, Mod Podge the photo onto the popsicle sticks.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And then take a True Control knife.
Yeah.
And cut them.
Yeah, just like right down. Okay, I'm just going to run my finger along this. I do not want these to move or it'll ruin everything. So I want to make sure it's on there really, really good. And then we are going to run this through the Cricut with the pen. I'm nervous. I'm just going to put it out there. I'm just nervous about it. What color do we want? Let's do red.
Yeah, it's bright or dark enough. I think that'll be good.
Okay, let's continue. We are going to, what setting do we?
I just always, when I use the pen function, I just always use it on heavy cardstock.
Oh, okay. I can't remember what I used before. Okay, let's put it into clamp A. Obviously, take the lid off. Make sure it's
Close that clamp.
Make sure it's pushed down in there. Okay, here goes nothing, you guys. Yes, Sins makes a good point. You can buy the bigger sticks, like the tongue depressors, to make larger puzzles. I don't know if I saw the bigger ones at the Dollar Tree, but you can definitely get them elsewhere. You might be able to find them at the Dollar Tree.
When you are doing this too, make sure your star wheels are moved over to the far,
right.
It would be the left, right. Opposite side of the popsicle stick.
Yeah, the opposite side. And also, it makes me nervous because the popsicle sticks are not perfectly flat. But listen, we're going to do it. Okay, ready? Here we go. Here goes nothing. If it messes up.
We have one that works.
We have more. Yeah, we do. We have more. I'm going to show you guys the finished product in here really quick. Okay, let's hit go. I can't watch it. I can't watch it. I can't watch it.
This is also something that once we,
okay, already, you guys, it already. What? Did you hear it?
No.
The wood got stuck in the thing, but that's okay. So what we're gonna do is just pull this out.
Kathy, we're actually using the Crayola pins. You can use those in a Cricut. You don't have to use the Cricut brand pins. And the reason that we're using these is because they are thicker.
Yes.
They give you a thicker line.
If you do the Cricut pins, they'll work, but I feel like the kids can see the Crayola markers a little bit better. We've got one little paint stick just right here. Let's pull it out. Okay.
So what you may want to do is move it over to the middle and maybe down a little bit.
Yeah, let's try that.
Instead of having it so close to the edge.
Yeah, let's troubleshoot this because it worked for me great on the first time. I think it just gets caught. Like if it's too close to the edge, I think it's getting caught on that little lip that grabs the mat. So let's try it again. We're gonna scooch it over and we gotta make sure and scoot it over in design space as well. That way we're not like drawing off of the popsicle sticks. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's turn this around. I could show you guys the finished product really quick. Let me show you exactly what this is gonna look like.
And this is also a good time to say it might not be a bad idea to number your popsicle sticks.
You took the words right out of my mouth. So I numbered all of these. So I've got one, I think this one had 9 or 10 as well. And they all have numbers on the back of them. So like 1 is gonna go up here. 2 would go right underneath it, obviously. And you just kind of work your way down. Can they see that? Yeah, okay. I don't want to be off screen. And then you're just going to line them up. And I put the numbers on there because I feel like as parents, like we end up helping a lot. You know, like if the kids are like, I can't get it, I'm frustrated. You can be like, okay, let's see which number is next. So 6, 7, 8, and 9. And that's it. And that's what it would look like if you line them perfectly straight. That's the little puzzle. You could also add magnets to these. So this is the same image. I feel like That's pretty fun.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
So now we're going to troubleshoot.
Yes.
And we're going to put it in the middle, closer to the middle of the mat.
Yeah, let's do that. Actually, I'm going to use some of these that have been like laid right beside each other, like fresh out of the thing. Just because I feel like they're going to be straighter. Is that weird? The other ones have been floating around in a bag for...
Yeah, no, that's good. I think that's a good
Okay,
good
so
idea.
where should we put it? Like 2 boxes over? Let's try that.
Maybe that, yeah.
Let's go down.
I would say down.
Okay.
I would say down to the 1 inch mark for sure.
Okay. Here we go, people. We're making it happen. And then we're going to tape this down just like we did the first time. And listen, you're not always going to get a perfect result the first time. If you guys crafted for any amount of time in your life, you know. Okay, let's see. We've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I think I actually did 10. I don't know if it'll draw on 10, but we are fixing to find out. Okay. All right. So let's tape those down with our painter's tape. We've got popsicle sticks flying everywhere, you guys.
Everywhere. I love this comment. So Lauren says, thank you guys for walking us through some great projects. I've done all my decor, gifts, etc. for my wedding using my Cricut. And let me tell you how beneficial your videos have been.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's the reason we show up every day.
Yes, very true.
Is to be able to hear things like that. And that's why we work so hard to bring you all the best and the latest stuff that's happening. So we really appreciate it. Thank you.
And I'm telling y'all, we are very passionate about, I won't speak for Lauren, even though I know that she agrees. We're very passionate about our projects. So I feel like we just put our heart and soul into stuff. And like, if I want to make something happen, like if there's a will, there's a way, especially in the studio. We're always trying to figure out the best way to do stuff. Yeah. So I don't know. Thank you guys. I like that.
It really helps validate like everything that we do, like all of the heart and all of the work that we put in to bring you guys the best. It really, I know for myself, and I know for Alicia too, like it just validates everything for us.
Oh yeah, 100%. If you guys, speaking of like putting our heart and soul into things, y'all need to go watch our Tumblr, our live Tumblr,
and
our etching video.
I'm going to speak for Alicia on this one. When I say this girl legit put her heart and soul into it,
I did.
It was all she ate, slept, and breathed for like 4 days.
Last week. It was like all last week. Yeah, I was going hard. Even the week before that, I was still into it, but it was very fun for me. I was kind of nerding out. Let's see, FYI, Do Halo does come in the 3 different colors that match the Cricut colors. Not sure why the black is different.
Huh.
I didn't order these like myself personally, but I'll have to look at those. I really love these mats. There's one popsicle stick sticking up. Say a prayer, it's fine.
Carol says to support your mat as you load it. It helps keep the sticks flat.
Okay, that's what I'll do.
As in, you're not doing that right now.
Well, I've not started it yet. When I start it, I will. Okay, let's go back.
Okay.
Let's go refresh this and heavy cardstock. We got the pen in. Okay, I'm gonna hold it. I'm gonna support you, Do Halo. I'm gonna support your back.
Do Halo, is it?
Do Holo?
It's Do.
Halo. Huh. Okay, I'm so nervous. What if I break the Cricut? All right, here we go.
Okay, Mary Catherine Gallagher.
It's now or never. Now or never. Nope. We didn't move it in design space.
Oh.
Okay.
Pause.
Let's go back.
We make mistakes so you don't have to.
Right. Okay, let's go move it on the mat. And we put this at the 2 inch by 1 inch. So we go over 2 and down 1. It should be snuggled right here. We're just gonna nestle it right there. I'm giving a little room for the tape because I taped it, but like very, very close to the edge.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it gonna work? I'm
I'm
still
glad
nervous.
I could make you laugh, Sin. That's what I'm here for.
I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous, you guys. Oh my gosh, it's not even that serious. I was just talking about how crafting isn't that serious. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I'm giving support.
One of my favorite lines as a kid.
What?
And what's funny is I never did watch the movie until I grew up, but my mom would always go around saying it. Mary Catherine Gallagher, when I get nervous.
Oh, from Superstar?
Yes.
I know. Listen, that movie, did you say you have or have not seen it?
I have, but I'm saying like when I was a kid, I would go around telling people when I get nervous, I like to smell my underarms. But I had never seen the movie just because that's what my mom would always say.
That
so
is
I thought
so
because
funny.
everybody laughed, like I thought, and then I watched the movie as I grew up. Like it's obviously not suitable for children.
Listen,
And
I
my
think I
mom wouldn't
watched
let
that
me
as a
watch
kid,
it.
and it was hilarious. I watched it. I straight up watched it. Okay, let's go overhead. So what happened was there's just a little bit that marked on there, but like it worked. It worked. I mean,
Oh, did it work?
Yeah,
God.
it worked. So it marked right there, but I can just take the marker and like literally draw that little edge on. It's not like we're doing any crazy fancy artwork. And what I will do is add the numbers on as I pull the pieces off. That way we can know what order to put them in. So I'm just gonna go ahead and connect these right here. And then I'm just gonna pull them off one by one. We didn't actually end up using that 10th little popsicle stick, so we can take him off. And then I'm just gonna do, so that means we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm gonna start with number 9, and I'm just gonna put this right here. I'm gonna do a 9 and just make my way up to the top. 8. Any other fellow lefties out there? Shout out. Shout out to the
What?
lefties.
I did not realize you were left-handed until literally just a second.
Well, I only write left-handed. I do everything else in my right hand. That's probably why.
I didn't even know you wrote left-handed.
I'm like dominantly right-handed, but I only write with my left hand. I don't know what happened in my brain. My dad,
Ambidextrous.
yeah, sort of. I can't write with my right hand.
That's another funny story.
What?
Some people would probably get it, some people wouldn't. There was a football player like in the late 80s, early 90s who was doing a an interview, and he could throw or catch with both his right and left hand, and he was going on about how he was amphibious.
Oh, I remember that. I remember that, and it was real.
Yes, he
That is so
he thought
funny.
it was amphibious,
Y'all,
not
come on.
ambidextrous.
I'm amphibious. Oh my gosh, I cannot deal with people.
Frog.
Oh, lordy day. That's so funny. Okay, second project done. What do you guys think about that one? Which one's your favorite so far? The pom-poms are my favorite so far because I didn't mess them up.
It was a square.
Okay, so that's it for that one. You can just pop that in a bag. And then, like, I cut this out on a thicker cardstock. Basically, I just opened up the file in preview, and we can go over. I'll show you guys how I printed it, just in case you're curious. But, like, I downloaded the file, and then I went into my downloads and found the PNG, and I just opened it up. And then you can go to File, Print, and it's obviously going to take up a huge sheet, so you can scale it down. I think I scaled it down to like 20%. And then that's the size, and then you can just send it to the printer, and it'll print out this big. And then you can cut this out, and you can put it with the popsicle sticks, and you're good to go. So, any questions so far? Carol says, I only eat and write with my left hand. Everything else is my right. That's pretty much me, which I can eat right-handed, but it's like either way. I played soccer, and I was right-sided. Wait, cartwheels? Do you cartwheel on your left or your right? I think I go on my left.
I don't know. I'd have to do a cartwheel.
I ain't doing a cartwheel. I'll tell you
I'm not
that right
breaking
now.
no bones today.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Okay, I'm going to move these out of the way. It starts getting a little crowded up here with all these popsicle sticks. Let's put everything away that we're not using. That way we have some room. So the last one we're going to be making is a chalkboard, and it's so cute. I'm going to show you guys how to do it in Design Space. And I got this chalkboard at the dollar store as well as the chalk, which it was amazing. Also, Lauren, I don't know if you've been to the Dollar Tree since they've done this, but they have like a $3 to $5 section at our Dollar Tree now. And it's really cute. They have like home decor and like blank wooden pieces. You guys have that where you're at? I'm very curious if other people have it.
I've not seen it, but...
Whoop. Okay, let me show you guys what we've got going on here. So, this is our little chalkboard. Can you guys see this well? It says, hello, my name is, and then there's like just little blanks. So you can actually take the chalk. And if you wanted to, you could like, whoever was not driving could obviously be like, you could write their name in and then they could copy it on the bottom line. Like they could come down here and write it in like this. You can do a hello, my name is. I also thought it would be really cute to do a funny face.
Like so that they could color it in?
Yes, like you could do, even on the back, because this is double-sided. Like if you wanted to do vinyl, you could do a circle and put eyes and a mouth, and then they can draw the hair and like the eyelashes.
Or just put the circle in the eyes and let them draw the mouth and make it either an emotion so that they
cute.
can do emotions. Why don't you just do that instead of doing the hello, my name is?
Yeah, let's do that. That's fun. Okay, funsies. Okay, so let's go ahead and go in here.
But we can show them how to do the hello, my name is.
Oh yeah, and it's like super easy. It's not, there's nothing fancy about it. Let's delete our image because we're not using that. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're gonna type in hello. I almost want to sing the Adele song, Hello, from the other side.
Hello.
I'm not singing it. We all know I can't sing, okay? Don't rub it in. Okay. Hi, Olga. I'm Alicia. This is Lauren. If you haven't been here, we're new. Well, we're not new anymore.
We're not new anymore, but if you've not been here in a while, then yeah, I mean,
We probably look very new.
We do look new.
We're glad that you're here, though. Okay, let's just find a pretty skinny font. I don't want to use a sketch font because it's too thin. This Barefoot Joanna. I love this font. I love it so much. Okay, and then I'm going to just duplicate that, and then we're going to put my name is, and we're going to shrink it down. So all of this is like the same width. And then what you can do to make the lines is we're just going to grab a rectangle. I'm going to unlock it, and we need to make 3 lines. So I'm going to make these really skinny, and then you can duplicate it twice. And what you'll do next, I'm going to go ahead and just highlight everything and align it. That way we're all super centered. And also I'm going to make sure these are spaced out evenly. And then what you can do is measure, let's go overhead and measure our board. Because I think it's 5 by 7, but I can't remember exactly. Let's see, actually it's 5 3/4 by 7 3/4. So let's make a rectangle that size. And you guys know that they have guides now. Where did I see that? Is this one not updated in here?
Maybe it's not.
Okay.
Is the monogram on there on the bottom?
Yeah, the monogram is on there.
Huh.
Okay. Oh, this is it. Okay, so whenever you want to do a shape just as a guide, you can go change the operation to guide right here and it won't cut it. So I'm going to change this to, let's just do 5.5 by, what did we say? Like 7.5-ish. So all of this text needs to fit inside of my guide. So I'm going to attach everything and then we can shrink it down to make sure that it fits. And then you would just send this to the cutter and you would cut everything out and then you can transfer it onto your chalkboard and that would be what you get. So if you want to, instead of that, you can do the smiley face option. So what did we say? We want to do a circle.
Don't we have a smiley face cut file?
We do? Yeah, let's just do that. Okay, let's do, is it under smiley face though? Let's search. We're on the Makers Gonna Learn website. If you guys are new here, this is the website that has all of our cut files and everything like that. We can use this graduation smiley face for this. Even though the hat's attached, I'll show you guys what I would do. Okay, Cricut, let's upload it. Upload our image. oh, I don't want to browse. Let's just click and drag. We need the SVG for this. I'm going to upload it and then add it to our canvas. You can see some cute stuff that we've been working on.
Oh yeah.
Little sneak peek.
Sneak.
So we really, I didn't realize this little tassel comes into his face. But what we could do, I'm trying to think.
I think it'd be too much work to try to slice it off.
Yeah, this is what I would do, just initially. I feel like we have another smiley face file. I just don't know what it's called. But what you could do is grab your guide and you can add I'm going to make this really not super big because I want them to be able to add a hair and whatever they want. I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to duplicate it and make it just a hair smaller. Actually, okay, draw your circle. Go up here, do an offset, just a quarter, let's do it a little bit, like 1.15. We're going to apply that, and then what we're going to do is select both of them and slice it out. And then we have, then we have our smiley face outline. So this is going to be the circle. This is his head. And then we can do the eyeballs with our oval shape right here. We'll just unlock it, and we're going to rotate it 90 degrees. And you can make these small, and you can duplicate it. And then there you have your little smiley face. And you could even put, like, if you wanted to put, what kind of text could we put up here? Draw my face? Or, like, I don't know what a good sensory thing is. What should we
It has
put?
to be, I would think it would be something with like emotions.
Yeah, like how are you feeling?
How do you feel?
How do you feel? This is great. Okay, so you do like, how do you feel? And then make sure it fits within our guidelines. And then they can do like a little happy face, or they could do a little sad face, or whatever, you know, they wanted. And so you would just print this out, and then when I put it on the chalkboard, they can draw the hair, the eyelashes, and all of that. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I love that. So that is all of our Cricut DIY projects. I want to show you guys the other ones I came up with really quick. We're at the end of our live stream, but I wanted to show you guys like a couple other projects that we kind of came up with. And then I'll also show you how I sewed these. So this is the rest of the projects that I had here. So the first one that we got is pipe cleaners. This is my favorite project. It's not Cricut, but I love it so much. So they can make little bracelets. Obviously, you don't want this for like little tiny babies at all. Like these need to be for like the 7, 8, 9-year-old kids.
This could be good for the older kids, especially older like girls. If you wanted to do like friendship bracelets and have a bag with each different friendship bracelet that they could make or things like that, this would be perfect for them.
Yeah. So you just literally use pipe cleaners and you can make little bracelets. All of this stuff was from the dollar store, and then you can just kind of twist this on. They can make bracelets for every single person in the car. And like, is that not so cute?
I know.
I like love it so much. So that's one that you can do. That's super easy. And I just threw everything in this bag. And then the next one that we have, this one's pretty fun. What we did was we took different colored markers, and we took some more of those popsicle sticks, as well as these little clothespins, and I colored blue on there and then blue on the popsicle stick, so you guys can actually have them match all of the colors. So like this one has green.
And this one would be good for these little fingers, because them learning to not only use the clothespin, but picking up the popsicle sticks off of the thing is a huge thing when it comes to like sensory.
Oh yeah.
And learning to use your fine motor skills.
Yes, it's awesome. So we love that. And then I think I've got a couple more. I got this one, which is shoestrings and a phone cord holder. So this is like a cable organizer. And what you can do, this is so simple, but that's why I love it so much. Just take the shoestring, and they can wrap this around as much as they want. They can tie it. I mean, I feel like kids just love stuff like this. Like they can get it all kinds of tangled up just for fun. That's a busy, I feel like that's going to keep a kid busy for like a hot minute. Unless they get frustrated, which is very likely to happen.
You could even make a game out of that one if you had multiple kids and like you tie it up in knots
and get them to undo it. Stop it.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, that's genius. Okay, and then the last thing that we have is this little doodle journal. How in the world did I get this fit in this bag? I cannot tell you. I don't know what I did. Hold on, let's pull it out. So, and then I just found some like really cool little puffy stickers. I love puffer stickers, okay? And they can just open this up. They can put their stickers in their book. Like, how cute is that? These even have the little emotions. This one says, oops. This one says shy. How cute. And they can just stick those on there.
Stan also has a good idea, lacing pictures. If you use like the 120 weight cardstock and had like a picture of a shoelace. I'm pretty sure that we did that when I was in elementary school.
Yeah, we did.
And that's how I learned how to tie, was on that one of those lacing pictures.
Yeah, me too. And then what I did with these is I just did, if you're a sewer, you can just stitch along this bottom edge. So this is a book in itself. Like this is going to stay together. So if you're last minute and you don't have a binder or something, you can just put a stitch along that bottom edge and you're good to go. So I hope you guys really like this. I feel like there was a lot of like fun little things you could do.
Yes, it seems like everybody's really liking it.
I'm coming over.
Sounds good. Now is a great time. If you have any questions or you have any suggestions, definitely leave those for us. Once again, what we're doing, our sale right now, if you are new to our channel, new to cricketing, we do have a membership site where we bring you education. So if you don't know how to use your Cricut, we teach you step by step how to walk through and learn how to use your Cricut.
Yes.
We bring you fun tutorials here on YouTube, as well as all kinds of free cut files. If you are a member, right now we are doing our summer sale, which is $20 off our yearly membership. And the good part about our yearly membership is that you want to say?
Yeah, thanks.
What do you like to say? Is that it gives you the availability to use our commercial licensing, so you can actually use our cut files to make money for yourself.
Yeah, which is amazing. And if you're a member, also, we have a members only Facebook group where we do member only lives and we do master classes in there. So those are like exclusive tutorials that the internet doesn't ever see unless, sorry, I thought there's a spider.
Where?
I just knocked it down.
Oh, okay. You were looking at that fishing line. I was like,
sorry. There's a spider. Squirrel. Anyways, like I was saying, we have member-only master classes, and that is exclusive content. So, like, no one else on the internet sees it except for our members. And there's a lot of inspiration in that group, too. And it's just a really fun community to be a part of. We would love for you guys to join us because we have a lot of fun.
We do have so much
I'm a little biased, but
yep.
All right. Well, if no one else has any more questions, I guess we'll see y'all tomorrow.
Tomorrow we will be back in the studio. I'm going to be making some really cool bleached denim.
It's very cute.
Super excited about. Like, I'm so glad like the nostalgia is coming back with a lot of things.
Me too.
I feel like my childhood. I'm getting to relive my childhood at an age where I'm like, I can do that now.
And it's like cute again.
I know, and I love it.
Yeah.
I absolutely love it. So tomorrow we're going to be doing some really cute bleached denim, telling you everywhere we failed.
Yes.
And where we succeeded.
Yes.
It is definitely one where we failed quite a few times.
Yeah, it took a few tries, but we got it.
It took a few tries, and it took a few testing. So definitely make sure you check us out tomorrow. We'll be back here at 12 o'clock. Normally our live time is 1:30. For this summer, we are moving it to 12, so don't forget, we will be back here at 12 tomorrow. And if you have any questions that we didn't answer today, come back, ask them tomorrow. You can always email hi@makersgonnalearn.com, and our customer service team will get those questions either over to us or answer them for you. But other than that, we will see you guys later.
Bye.
Bye, guys.